Alright, everybody, welcome back. So today I got for you guys something a little special. Now when this was about to come out, I was pretty excited because I really do enjoy carrying the button lock Elementum. Now I don't carry it as much as I like to. Sometimes I carry a bigger knife. I'm just used to carrying around a 4-inch blade, but having this knife around is it's nice and fidget friendly to me. I this model knife, I think I have two. Yeah, I have two. I have the Damascus version and I have the Sandvik version, which is actually right down here. It's in this case right here, but I'm going to keep it off to the side for now and give you guys a little bit of a comparison between the two. This one is a Knife Center exclusive, and it is the gray titanium handle version with the satin finished CPM 20 CV blade. Now to me that's a big step from your average Sandvik steel. You got 20 CV on there. Of course, yes, that does affect the price. So if you're wondering, this knife is going to be a little over $100. I think 130, 140. I think. I don't really remember. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get into taking this knife out. Now, nothing else comes in this box other than your tactical silica, which you can throw in the face of your enemies and watch them as they get super pissed off and, pursue you even more. So when you open the box, or you open up the zip pouch, you're going to get your standard Civivi stickers. You're going to get your warranty information, which I think is really, I don't know, this looks new to me. I don't know. This kind of seems like something I'm not really used to. I think it looks a little different than this, but hey, it's cool. And, of course, you got your microfiber cloth, which I think is really nice. It's in this nice kind of lime green kind of color. Or, I don't know what to call that. Yeah, it's like a mustard green. I don't know. But it's interesting to see that, so that's cool. And, of course, you get the knife that's inside of this wee Civivi bag. And, of course, you get this nice case, which is nice and soft in there. So you can use all that stuff and get this garbage out of the way. So, to the knife itself. This thing's got some weight to it. It does, because it's not going to have your carbon fiber like on the Damascus, or your G10, or your micarta, which is what I have down here, which I will take out for you guys to see. So I just brought this guy out here so you guys can see it. Now, this is the first one that I carried more than my Damascus one. The Damascus one I kind of kept more for just like a little collector's kind of thing. I didn't want to carry it too often. But this one right here, I mean, they're all usable knives. I just really like the look of the Damascus one. Now, when I first got this, I could not stop. I'm trying not to hit my tripod or anything else I'm not supposed to be hitting. Now, the only way to deploy this knife is to push the button down as the button lock and swing the blade out until it's locked open. And you do the same thing closing it. Now, when you play around with it enough, you're not going to be able to... this thing is really fidget friendly, like I said. It's so much fun, at least to me anyways. Just opening and closing this knife is great. And the blade steel, I'm not a huge fan of Sandvik steel. I heard that it's great. I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence about Sandvik steel. I don't mind it. Anything is better than Pakistan steel and 440 stainless, right? But steels have kind of made a... I actually never knew too much about steels till, maybe about half a decade ago, when I started seeing more and newer blade materials being used in certain knives, and I never really knew anything about it till I started looking into it. I always thought that steel was steel, but you learn as you go when you start collecting knives, and you start wondering, what the heck, why is this knife going dull faster than this one? It's the blade steel composition. It just all depends, and of course it depends on the user, what you use your knife on, and your abuse, basically. The mileage may vary type thing. So I found that 20 CV has a better edge retention than Sandvik steel, obviously. But I guess that, like I said, each to his own. Everyone's got their own opinion. I'm not trying to say that this is a bad steel. It's a little softer for my taste. Easy to sharpen Sandvik steel. It really is. But that also means that it's not going to really hold an edge for as long as your higher end steels. Of course, it'll hold a decent edge. I'm not saying that it sucks. I'm just saying that, you know, certain things are a certain way. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here. So you got your standard Civivi button lock Elementum that I'm holding right now with your deep carry pocket clip, your Sandvik steel, and your micarta right here. I think this is the green micarta, I'm pretty sure. I keep wanting to say gray, but it's not. It's green micarta. Lighting kind of sucks, but, you know, it's a little bit worn down. I've carried it before, and I've played around with it, and it's a lot of fun. So putting this as it is. Now, we're going to get into the specs in a moment. I'm just going to give you my own personal thoughts on this knife. I'm going to tell you one thing. I really do enjoy the feel of this knife way better. I don't know why, but it just feels way more fun. I don't know, maybe it's because it's got a little bit more weight to it, because it does. When you hold both of these knives, this one's obviously got some more heft to it. You got the titanium handle scales. One thing that I really like is you got your lanyard tube right there, so if you want to throw a lanyard on it for you lanyard guys, you can do that. Or if you don't want to use it, hey, guess what? It doesn't need to, you know, you forget about it. It's not really there if you don't need it. You can switch your carry from right to left, but it's only tip up, and that's okay with me anyway. Open construction, which means that you are able to clean this a little bit easier. It might not be full because you got that, you know, right there, but that's not going to hinder anything. I mean, that's pretty spacious right there to get out whatever pocket lint or dust or whatever you have in mind that you need to clean out. From what I understand, I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is running on ball bearings. But this button lock thing is really addicting. You see me doing it right now. I can't stop. It's really awesome. I really do enjoy that. And then the drop point is really, really nice. But me being a 4-inch knife guy, I would love to see this button lock Elementum at a 4-inch blade. But I know that's not going to happen. I mean, if it ever does, then you best bet that I'm going to be the one to want to try and get my hands on one. But this is actually pretty, to me, it's good. I really do like it. The shape of the handle, there's not too much uncomfortability there with finger grouping when you get a full hand grip on there. The jimping's in the right place, and it just feels like a great usable user knife. And what's really interesting is that it has this fuller on the spine there, which I think is really nice, or what a lot of people like to call blood groove. It's small, but, you know, it's attractive. It makes this that much easier. Now, I'm going to hold this down. I'm going to try and flick it out. Hey, all right. That was the first time I ever tried to reverse flick anything, and it worked pretty well. So I got to say, this is really nice. I do like the look of the blade. Everything is... It feels good. It looks good. Everything's centered. There's no crazy blade play or anything. I really do enjoy this. This is really, really nice. Now, the button lock, I think the only thing that I really don't like about it is how small the damn button lock is. It just feels really dainty to me, but that's always how it... I guess that's always how it's been. It's not... You can get to it relatively easily. All right? And with it being a deep carry pocket clip, this knife stays pretty hidden, and that's always a good thing. So we're going to get into the specs of the knife. My personal thoughts, I really do like this knife way better than this one, but that just depends on your taste and how much money you're willing to spend. But I will have to say, if you want something light, then probably not this. Not the titanium version. Get the micarta or the G10, you know, or the carbon fiber, even better, if you're willing to spend a little bit over $100 for the carbon fiber Damascus. All right, so in comparison between the two, I'm going to weigh the titanium version first. You're looking at 4.25, so, you know, under 5 ounces, still great. And then here is the micarta version, 3.10. So, yeah, you got a... I mean, it's not a huge difference, but it is at least an ounce, give or take, more or less, depending on which one you want to choose. But this is still under 5 ounces, so this is great. For its size, yeah, it might be a little heavy, but it's under 5 ounces, so that's kind of the sweet spot, at least for me anyway. And I'm trying to get my... Now, I'm going to put this off to the side. Okay, I'll leave it right there. How about that? Just for you guys. Keep it in the frame so I can still refer to it if I need to. Let's see here. Cutting edge of 3.5. If you're not choking up on the ricasso or where the pivot is, you have about a 4-inch reach. So this is a relatively decent sized knife. It's almost like you're carrying a 4-inch blade, but you're not going to use this bottom part right here. So as long as you're holding it from that section right there, you got almost a 4-inch blade. That's actually kind of cool. Assuming that you're not choking up, you know. What I advise about that, choking up, I mean, if you really want to get in that fine detail work, why not? But I really do like the fact that it has that extra space right there to push the blade and give it a little bit more reach. I really do appreciate that about this knife. One other thing that I really enjoy about this button lock Elementum is the fact that you have that reach. Like I said, I'm used to carrying around 4-inch knives, so this is an obvious, to me anyways, an obvious plus. I really do enjoy this. I can sit there, I'll, be minding my own business, either on my computer, watching TV, playing video games, reading a book, whatever, and I'll see myself doing this a lot, and I'm doing that to get familiar with it. Now, it keeps your fingers away from the path of the blade, which is fantastic. I just put my pinky right here up against the pocket clip, and it's stable in grip, so that way I'm able to just do whatever I want to, however I want to do it. And the button lock, I gotta say, hasn't let me down yet. So it sticks out more when the blade is locked open than it is locked closed. The button's kind of recessed just a little bit, but you can still get to it, still push it, open it up, and close it, just like anything else. This thing does have a little bit of weight to it, so it kind of feels like it's there more, which is really good stuff. I can't help my passion for this exact knife. I really do like gravity knives. They're just fun to play with. Butterfly knives, my Warlock, that sort of thing. Obviously, I can't carry those. This one kind of falls into the gray area, I guess is what I was told. It's not really considered a gravity knife, but to me it kind of feels and looks like a gravity knife, but it's not. It's just it's a regular. If it was a real gravity knife, you wouldn't be able to buy it on Amazon. Then again, I could be wrong. Maybe people do buy gravity knives on Amazon that aren't supposed to be sold in their area. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole another rabbit hole I really don't want to dive into. So let me get the calipers. Damn it! Let me get there. It is. All right, so this just feels more sturdy to me, which is great. 0.42 on the handle, and on the blade, you're looking at a 0.10. All right, now let me get the other guy out. Yeah, it's the same, 0.10 on the blade, 0.42 on the handle, so... Hold up. Oh, no, it's the same. All right. So, yeah, dimensions, everything, all that stuff is the same. It's just different material. Now, whether or not that's for you, a lot of people would much rather prefer this version. Now, as far as smoothness goes, they both feel the same. It just depends on how snappy the button lock is. It seems like this one's a little bit more snappier than this one, but that's probably because this one's more broken in than this one. I don't know. I'm not entirely 100% on that, but I can tell you that one is cheaper than the other. It just depends on which route you want to go down. This one is, well, it's all metal, basically. You don't got anything else that's not... So, And Civivi, I don't know. Civivi always they surprise me a lot. Civivi Wii knives, they really do surprise me a lot. They come out with a lot of models that I really kind of go ooh, and then I read about it and I'm like, well, do I really want to invest in that, or do I want to trade with my buddy who's also a knife guy? This is actually one of the knives that he doesn't have in his collection. I'm actually the first one to purchase it before he did, and he's actually a little upset that I did that. But unlike him, I don't buy two of the same damn one unless I absolutely have a good reason for it. When he buys a knife, he buys two of the same thing, so he has one to carry, one to collect. That's insane. It seems like a humongous waste of money. But hey, we all have our reasons. I really like that. It's really fall shutty. It's just it's pretty smooth. It's really great. I really enjoy the button lock Elementum. And I've never had a bad thing to say about it. Now, a lot of people want there to be like a flipper or, something else, maybe a thumb stud or two, or maybe even a front flipper on this guy. Some people just don't like it because of that. They're like, well, if this is the only way to open it, then I don't know. That's probably not going to do it for me. Can't really blame them. This does really seem kind of bare bones when you look at it, but the whole purpose of its design is to use the button lock as its deployment. But having that little fuller right there, I think, is actually kind of neat. Like I said, I should probably, yeah, it's doable. Reverse flick. But this is not a bad model knife. It's very minimalist in my opinion. It's small. It's not too small. It's not too big. It slides in and out of the pocket really nicely. I haven't put this in my pocket yet, but kind of noticed the difference between pocket clips here. You got the holes in this one are a little bit different. That's pretty interesting. You got that big open space right there. You got, all that, and then you got this. So, really interesting. I don't know why I just now noticed that. Now, I think you can see it on the blade. I almost forgot to show you this. You can barely see it. It's right there. Kind of see that scratch right there. It says CPM 20 CV on the bottom of the blade right there. You can barely see it. Just barely. And then, of course, sorry, the lighting sucks. I think the same thing is right here. Excuse me. A 14C28N right there, that little white line, that little squiggly. So if you need to know the blade steel, it's on there, and it's present for everyone to see. So my own personal thoughts on this one, I know I had so many. Really enjoy it, really enjoy it. It makes it more sturdy to me, in my opinion. I really do enjoy this one because it's got better steel than your typical Sandvik steel. I feel that this one's going to last a little longer than this one will, but I guess that all really, like I said, mileage is different for everybody. This one's much lighter. Obviously, this one's light as a feather. The other one's got a little bit of heft to it, so it's got a little bit of weight. You can feel that in your pocket and on your side. It's not that heavy. Like I said, it's still under 5 ounces, which makes it still pretty good. I think my only gripe with this knife, if I had any, I just wish the blade was a little longer. I know I just stated that you got a 4-inch reach. Not really a 4-inch blade, but you got that 4-inch reach. So that's always good to have. But this is a fun knife. This is a really, really fun knife. I know I'm going to be playing with this a lot. It's just a lot of fun to open it and close it. My only fear is when the button lock could fail, and how strong the button lock is. I have yet to really know. Unless I do like some sort of destruction test to really find out how much this thing can take before it fails on me. I'm going to wait on that. I don't know if I want to beat my stuff up that much. But it'd be good to see something like that, just to see how strong this button lock really is. But I'm sure it's plenty strong. It feels pretty sturdy no matter which one you hold in your hand and use. I mean, it is a cutting implement. It's not a cold steel by any means, but it's still Civivi and it's still awesome. So, anyways, if you guys like, I'm gonna bring the garbage back in. Sorry. If you guys like this, go ahead and slash that like button, stab the subscribe, slice that bell icon so you guys are notified anytime I post new stuff. And in these craziest times, everybody, please be kind, be safe, carry responsibly, and I'll see you all awesome people in the next video.